Hi, welcome to this video where we'll be talking about Freename, a Web3 domains platform that enables you own your own Web3 domains and TLDs forever. Now, I'm sure you would have noticed the mention of Web3, but what is Web3? I believe it's of essence to establish what Web3 is, compare it to Web2, to enable you understand why it's of relevance to obtain your own Web3 domain and TLD as soon as today. Okay, so an example of a Web2 application is Twitter. Another example is Facebook. And typical of Web2 applications is the need for third-party authorization to interact with these applications. What do I mean? So in the course of signing up, you need third-party authorization. If you are to sign up to Twitter with Google, you will need third-party authorization from Google as well as third-party authorization from Twitter. Same thing if you are to sign up with Apple. Now, if you are to create an account directly using your email, again, there's a lot of third-party authorization needed to be able to access your account. Another element of third-party authorization is you can be censored on Twitter. Twitter can see you ineligible of having a Twitter account and on that basis deter you from using their platform. But with Web3 applications, it's different. In the course of interacting with a Web3 application, the reverse is the case. Instead of you needing third-party authorization to access a Web3 application such as OpenSea needs your own permission instead. But how do they get permission from you? That's where you need a cryptocurrency wallet. So typical of a Web3 application is the need for a cryptocurrency wallet as authority. So you cannot interact with the likes of OpenSea, for example. You cannot fully interact with the likes of Freename without a cryptocurrency wallet. So when you hear the terminology crypto, even though people propagate crypto as being a form of money, it is not. Crypto is the key to Web3. So let's say that there are hundreds of thousands of Web3 applications, for example, such as OpenSea. You cannot interact with OpenSea without a cryptocurrency wallet. So if you don't have a cryptocurrency wallet, you are not exploring the cryptocurrency space. You are missing out on hundreds of thousands of applications and millions of people that you can interact with on the basis of owning a cryptocurrency wallet. Now, I believe that on this basis, you will now better understand what Freename is and the relevance of having your own Web3 domain and TLD. Now, a Web3 domain is different from a Web2 domain. An example of a Web2 domain registrar is Namecheap. Another example is GoDaddy. Now, what is typical of Web2 domain platforms is the need for a third-party authorization once again in the course of either purchasing your domain or managing your domain. If Namecheap doesn't give you access, you are deterred from being able to own a domain name. With Web2 platforms, you don't also own your domain name. You have to pay a recurrent payment per year to maintain ownership of your domain name. So it's like renting it instead of truly owning it. Now, the reverse is the case with Freename. When you purchase a domain, particularly a Web3 domain out of Freename, you own it forever. It takes the form of an NFT, which is a token similar to a cryptocurrency, which is now stored in your MetaMask wallet that you have full custody of, and you own it forever in turn. Now, more powerful than owning a Web3 domain is with Freename, you can also own a Web3 TLD. Now, what is a TLD? A TLD is what is being displayed under. So, for example, if you own the TLD UFO, anyone who purchases a domain name associated with your TLD pays you a royalty. By simply owning UFO, for example, you already become a domain registrar, similar to Namecheap. So Namecheap is a domain registrar. Out of Namecheap, you can purchase domains associated with the extension .com, .net, and a variety of others. Okay, But on Freename, by simply getting a TLD such as .cyber, you become a domain registrar. And in the event that you purchase this TLD, you pay for it one time without a recurrent payment per year. Now, mind you, there are cheaper TLDs. For example, the city costs $399, a one-time payment. There are other TLDs that cost in the range of as low as $79. And by simply getting them, you become an entire Web3 registrar capable of making royalties in perpetuity. I'll be showing you my dashboard as an example, but let's establish that on Freename you can purchase a TLD of your own or a domain name. So how do you purchase a domain name on Freename? Now, if you had a domain name in mind, such as, let's say, cybernomics.hodl. So let's say that this is the domain name you have in mind. You will need to type it as such, cybernomics.hodl, and click on search. Now, for you to be able to get this domain name, it means that someone has registered the extension hodl. It also means that in the course of purchasing this domain name, I'm paying a royalty to the person who registered hodl. Let's say that he registered .hodl for $79. In this purchase, I'm paying a royalty to him. And same thing applies to, let's say, hundreds or tens of people that decide to purchase the domain, a domain associated with .hodl. So you now see the relevance of becoming a domain registrar, something that is not possible for a regular person in the traditional Web2 space, because the Web2 space is monopolized by powerhouses and you cannot interact or transact fully in the Web2 space as a regular human, except you're a superpower and a big player. Okay, so now if you wanted to purchase a TLD, this is how you type it. You just remove this because it's a TLD and you type in .hodl, for example. Now if I click on search, you will see that somebody owns this. So this is unavailable to register. But let's say I put in .hodler, for example, and click on search. You will see that it's available to purchase, but this is expensive because this is an expensive TLD to own. It's a strong terminology in the crypto space. But let's extend this and put it .hodlers. And you see that the price has reduced drastically and is now $399. What if we went this way? Okay, so it's now at $199. Let's say that I'm concluded that I want to purchase this TLD. I simply add it to cart. Go to my cart. Let's remove this. And in the course of purchasing it, I can already set up to receive royalties by paying a $50 additional payment. It's a one-time payment. Mind you, you can do this at a later date. If you don't have additional $50 to set this up, you can do it at a later date. But if you want to do it all in one go, your checkout amount is $249. You click on checkout. And you have a variety of options when it comes to payment, including cryptocurrency. Now, if you chose the cryptocurrency method of payment, then you will need a MetaMask wallet, which is a form of cryptocurrency wallet. You will need to have it pre-funded with some cryptocurrency so that you can effect the payment. Now, if you are paying with BUSD or USDT, you will need to have populated your MetaMask account with that specific cryptocurrency and then make the payment. Now, BUSD is... Oh, okay, let's not go into that because we cannot effect the trade. I don't have the funds at the moment to be able to effect the trade, so there will be no relevance to... We cannot complete the payment. Alternatively, you have the credit card option or PayPal. You have a variety of options when it comes to payments. Now, similarly, if you were to purchase a domain, it's just similar to how you would purchase a TLD. So let's say you went Huddle. Okay, so let's say this is the domain you wanted to purchase. You click on search, you add to cart, and the payment method is just similar to how you would, the payment process is just similar to how you would pay for a TLD, but it doesn't have the royalty requirement. If you purchase a domain, you're simply using it to host your website and stuff like that. In the case of a TLD, you have an entire dashboard to manage, to customize how you want to sell SLDs. Like I said, if you are buying a TLD, you are basically becoming a Namecheap or GoDaddy. If you are buying a domain, you are having a personalized domain for your personal needs. Okay, so let's quickly show you the dashboard for both a domain name, already purchased domain name, and also a purchased TLD. Okay, so these are example of TLDs I've purchased, and if you went here, you can see that the dashboard is more extensive than the dashboard of a domain name. For example, I can customize the prices of domains that are bought in association with my TLD. There's a wide range of customization possible. Okay, royalty is a requirement if you want to earn royalties from domains purchased. If you bought a TLD and you don't set up royalty, you don't get royalty when a domain is purchased, even though it's associated with your TLD. Now, if you wanted to sell anyway, this is a bit advanced, so let's not look into that. Now, when you start receiving income, that will be trackable here, and you'll be able to claim your income. You receive income if you are a TLD owner and people start purchasing domains in association with your TLD. So for example, these are domains that I've purchased. Attacks.huddle. Considering that I purchased this, whoever owns the TLD.huddle gets a royalty. Same applies to this one. Huddle, like always on .huddle. On the basis of this purchase, anyone that has the TLD.huddle gets a royalty. Okay, now in the aftermath of purchasing your TLD or your domain, you will need to mint it to be able to have it, the custody of it transferred into your MetaMask wallet. Okay, so if you look here, if you click on domains, these are examples of domains that I've not minted. I've purchased them, but I've not minted them. So they are not yet inside my cryptocurrency wallet, and I don't have full custody of it at the moment. To be able to have full custody of it, I'll need to click on the mint domain button, which will give you a series of blockchains that you can select, whereupon you want to mint your domain. And it will also automatically connect with your wallet address. Okay, so let's say I chose that I want to mint the domain or TLD on the Binance Smart Chain. I'll change that to the Binance Smart Chain, confirm mint, and I didn't intend to do so. But okay, I've minted that to the Binance Smart Chain. Once it's minted, custody of the domain is transferred into my wallet, and I own it as an NFT, owning it forever. This means that I can also sell my domain on a third-party platform like OpenSea. So let's say I clicked on manage and I have a website that I want my domain to redirect to. I can change the settings here, the DNS records, and have my domain leading to a website that I've built. There's also a website builder here if you want to make use of ready-made templates hosted for free on IPFS. without paying hosting fees. You can do that all within one space. I think I've covered enough for the scope of this video, and that's about it for this video. Take action. It's due time that you get your own Web3 domain and TLD forever. If you have questions, feel free to leave a comment and check out the description for avenues to reach the host.